Grab your studio kit or learning box and get the following supplies. To create a sturdy shadow puppet, make sure that you're using cardstock paper or a cereal box. You will also need a straw or a popsicle stick today. Begin by folding your paper or cereal box in half. I'm going to draw the main parts of my puppet on one half of my paper. My shadow puppet is going to be a bird, so right now I'm figuring out the main shape that I need to make up the head and the body. As I created these shapes, I found it helpful to use a picture that I found online of a bird to use as reference. Once you are finished drawing the main shape of your puppet using a pencil, go ahead and carefully cut it out using your scissors. It's okay to go slowly to make sure that you're carefully cutting on all of your lines. I find it easiest to work on shadow puppets in parts. So after I'm done cutting out the main shapes, I can go back and adjust the shape of my shadow puppet using scrap paper. Right now I'm adding the tail, and I'm also going to add on the beak and wing using scrap paper. Doing it this way leaves a little less pressure on me to get all the shapes right the first time around. And it also gives me an opportunity to experiment with the way that my shadow will look. You can make areas of your puppet move using a brad. If you're going to make a part of your puppet move, make sure that it is a separate piece of paper or cereal box than the main body of the puppet. I'm going to make the wing of my bird puppet move, and it is a separate piece of paper than the main body. To make it move, I'll need to add a hole to each piece of paper. Then I can take my brad through both holes and press it down flat on the other side of the paper. Now my puppet can move. Because you are creating a shadow puppet, if you add a hole to your artwork, it will allow light to shine through. I decided that I wanted to use this to my advantage in order to add a little bit more detail to my puppet. Using a pen and my pencil, I created an eye for my bird. I used the tip of my scissors to carefully cut out the shape of the eye. I also decided to go back and add a little bit more paper to the back to adjust the shape of the eye a little bit more to my liking. Finalize your shadow puppet by taping a straw or a popsicle stick to the back. If you have pieces of your shadow puppet that are going to move, make sure that you also add a straw or a popsicle stick to these as well. After you are finished creating your shadow puppets for your show, make sure that you put all of your supplies back into your studio kit or learning box. And of course, don't forget to share your work in our digital classroom.